In a world filled with noise and distractions, there exist stories that have echoed through time. Stories of gods and warriors, of dharma and destiny, of courage, sacrifice, and truth. Welcome to a journey into the heart of Sanatan Dharma, where every tale holds a lesson, and every legend carries a deeper meaning. From the mighty deeds of Mahadev to the wisdom of Lord Krishna, from ancient epics to forgotten legends, these are not just stories, they are timeless guides for life. This is your gateway to the divine. Desi-Myth Tales, where not only stories, history comes alive.
When the ocean breathed, Markandeya and the child on the banyan leaf. Inspired by the Markandeya Purana and Bhagavata traditions. There are stories that speak of gods and wars, of curses and boons. And then there are stories that speak of what remains, when everything else is gone. This is one of those.
The sage who conquered time. Markandeya was no ordinary sage. Blessed in childhood with devotion so pure that even Yama, the god of death, could not claim him, Markandeya became a Chiranjeevi, one who lives beyond the limits of time. He wandered through ages as others walk through days. He saw kingdoms rise and fall like waves. He watched rivers change their course, stars shift their place, and still, he remained. But immortality, he discovered, is not the same as understanding. And so one day, standing at the edge of a silent forest, Markandeya made a wish. "I have seen the world," he said, his voice steady, "but I wish to see that which lies beyond it." The wind stilled, and somewhere far beyond sight, something listened.
The first sign. It began subtly. The air grew heavy. Birdsong faded. The sun dimmed, not as if setting but as if withdrawing. Markandeya looked upward. The sky was changing. Clouds spiraled inward as though drawn into an unseen center. The earth trembled, not violently but deeply, like a breath being taken after a long pause. Then came the sound. Not thunder, not wind, but something vast, something final.
The dissolution begins. The oceans rose, not in waves, but as a single, overwhelming presence. Mountains disappeared beneath water. Forests dissolved like ink in a flood. The horizon vanished. Markandeya stood unmoving as the world, everything he had ever known, was swallowed. "Is this pralaya?" he whispered. "The cosmic dissolution, the end of a cycle of creation." There was no answer, only water, endless, boundless water.
Alone in the infinite, time lost meaning. Markandeya floated, neither hungry nor tired, neither alive nor dead. There was no sky, no earth, no direction, only an infinite ocean stretching in all directions. He closed his eyes, opened them again. Nothing changed. For the first time in his long existence, Markandeya felt something unfamiliar. Not fear, but insignificance. "All that I have known," he said into the void, "has vanished like a dream." His voice disappeared into the silence.
The sound that should not be. Then, a sound. Soft, gentle, impossible. Laughter. Markandeya turned. And there, floating upon the endless ocean, was something that could not exist. A banyan leaf. Fresh, green, untouched by the destruction surrounding it. And upon it, a child.
The child beyond creation. The infant lay comfortably upon the leaf as though cradled by existence itself. His skin glowed like monsoon clouds at dusk. His eyes held galaxies. And he smiled. Markandeya approached slowly, his mind struggling to comprehend what he saw. "Who are you?" he asked. The child did not answer. Instead, he lifted his tiny foot and placed his toe in his mouth as infants do. But in that simple gesture, Markandeya saw something impossible. Within the child's mouth was the universe.
The vision within the infinite. Markandeya staggered back. Inside that small, playful being he saw stars being born, planets spinning, rivers flowing, people living, dying, returning. He saw everything that had just been destroyed. Alive again. "How can this be?" he whispered. The child's gaze met his. And in that gaze, Markandeya felt no separation, no distance, no time.
Drawn into the divine. Without warning, a breath left the child's lips. A gentle inhale. And Markandeya was pulled toward him. Not physically, but completely. He felt himself drawn into the child's being, into that infinite cosmos he had glimpsed. And suddenly, he was no longer in the ocean. He was back in the world.
The illusion revealed. Markandeya stood once more upon solid ground. The forest, the sky, the familiar rhythm of life. Everything as it had been, as though nothing had happened. He looked around, stunned. "Was it a vision?" he murmured. "Or is this the vision?" A voice answered.
The truth beyond time. Before him stood Lord Vishnu, serene, infinite, and unmistakable. Markandeya bowed deeply, his entire being trembling. "The child," he began. "Was me," Vishnu said gently. Markandeya lifted his head. "The dissolution, the ocean, the universe within you." Vishnu nodded. "You wish to see what lies beyond the world." He stepped closer. "So I showed you." Markandeya's voice was barely a whisper. "Everything I have known, it felt so real, so permanent." Vishnu's eyes softened. And yet it dissolved.
The final understanding. Markandeya closed his eyes. "I thought I understood existence," he said, "but I have only seen fragments." Vishnu spoke. "Creation and dissolution are not opposites. They are breaths. Inhale, worlds rise. Exhale, they return." Markandeya felt the truth of it, not as knowledge, but as experience. "And the self?" he asked. "What remains?" Vishnu smiled. "That which witnessed both."
The sage who knew silence. Markandeya returned to his wandering. But he was no longer searching. He had seen the end of everything, and the beginning within it. And when others asked him what lies beyond the world, he did not speak of destruction. He spoke of a child on a banyan leaf, smiling, unchanged, as universes came and went like passing thoughts.
Every story from our Puranas and epics holds a deeper meaning, one that speaks directly to our lives even today. Reflect on this story, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Together, let's keep our culture and stories alive for generations to come.